Bread doesn't make you bloated. Overeating does. So why are carbs still treated like the villain of nutrition? Here's the real question. Have you been cutting carbs or cutting your performance? For decades, diets have pushed the idea that carbs are bad. Atkins told us to ditch bread. Keto told us to fear even a banana. And now social media is full of, quote, carb hacks that make us second guess every bite of rice or pasta we take. But the truth, carbs are not the enemy. They're actually your body's favorite source of fuel. And when you understand how they really work, you'll see that the problem isn't carbs at all. It's the way we've been taught to eat them. And believe me, not all carbs are created equal. Carbs became the scapegoat in the 1990s when Atkins, a diet built on cutting out bread, pasta, and grains. In the 2010s, Keto took it to the extreme, cutting carbs into something to avoid at all costs. And now, if you scroll TikTok, you'll see influencers promoting zero carb cleanses and tricks for cutting out fruit. So why the hate? Because cutting carbs can lead to quick weight loss. But it's not because carbs are evil. It's because when you cut them, you usually cut a lot of calories too. The scale drops, people celebrate, and carbs get blamed. But here's the big picture. Carbs aren't what's making people gain weight. It's excessive calories and processed junk food. That's a huge difference. So how do carbs actually work? Let's talk about carbs, what they do to the inside of your body. Carbs break down into glucose, which is the primary fuel for your body, brain, and muscles. Your body stores extra glucose as glycogen, which you tap in for performance and recovery. That's why athletes carb load before big events. I used to do that before I was doing marathons many, many years ago, and it did help. They're literally topping off their energy tank by using the carbs. When you cut carbs too drastically, you feel it. Fatigue sets in, workouts feel heavy, cravings skyrocket because your body is begging for quick energy. And brain fog, that's often your brain struggling with its preferred fuel source not really being there. So if you've ever felt like a zombie on a low carb diet, that wasn't you being weak. That was your body trying to function without a primary energy source. And believe me, carbs are a form of macros. We need macros for energy. Carbohydrates will help you do that. So we do have good versus bad carbs. Here's the important part. Not all carbs are created equal, like I've said before. Whole food carbs like oats, rice, potatoes, fruit, and beans come packaged with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Well, who wouldn't want that? They give you steady energy, keep you full, and support your gut health. And as you guys all know, I am a big promoter of gut health. Processed carbs like soda, pastries, candies, and believe me, some of the bars that you guys are eating are candy, and sugary cereals are stripped of fiber and nutrients. They hit your bloodstream fast, spike your blood sugar, and then leave you hungrier than before. So we're actually overeating than we are trying to maintain our weight or maintain our health goals. Fiber is the real game changer. Fiber is huge for me. It slows digestion, balances blood sugar, and feeds your gut bacteria. And we all know how important the gut microbiome is. That's why an apple keeps you satisfied, while apple juice leaves you crashing an hour later. So real food versus fake sugared juices. I'll let you pick. So the question isn't, aren't carbs bad? It's what kind of carbs am I eating? Carbs and fitness goals are also the same. Carbs can actually work for every goal if you use them the right way, as with anything. For fat loss, you don't need to cut carbs. You just need to manage portions and timing. A fist-sized serving of rice at lunch is very different from a bottomless fry bag at night. Although the fries may taste good, let's go with something a little bit more healthier. For athletes and active people, carbs are your secret weapon. Eating carbs before a workout fuels performance, and eating them after speeds recovery by refilling glycogen stores. And for general health, carbs should be a part of a balanced plate paired with protein and healthy fats to keep your energy stable throughout the day. So here's how I coach my clients. Carbs aren't the problem. It's the type and timing of carbs that matter. If you're going to eat bread, choose sourdough or sprouted bread over processed white breads. It's easier to digest and gives you more nutrients. It's also a little bit lower on the glycemic. Instead of grabbing chips, go for fruit and a handful of nuts, but let's make sure that we're measuring out our nuts because nuts still have calories. That way, you're getting carbs plus fiber and a healthy fat if you're pairing all of those together. And timing matters too. Using carbs as fuel before and after workouts instead of eating sugary snacks late at night when your body doesn't need the quick energy is not necessary. Plus, eating carbs at night is a lot harder for the digestive system and will keep you awake because it takes longer for your body to break down those sugars. When people stop fearing carbs and start choosing them wisely, their energy skyrockets, their workouts improve, and they actually enjoy food again. That's the shift I love to see. So here's the bottom line. Carbs aren't the problem. Processed junk is. Carbs give your body the energy it needs to think, to move, to perform. The trick is choosing whole, nutrient-dense sources and leaving the ultra-processed stuff on the shelves. Remember, if it's in a box, don't put it in your body. Now I'll ask you, are you team bread or team keto? Tag a friend who's still scared of carbs and let them finally set the record straight. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below and feel free to follow me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, for more information on all of my quick tips.